The 10 Mistakes of Sigmund Freud. The main problem with the psychoanalytic theory is that it lacks evidence and many of its affirmations would be difficult to prove. One of the biggest criticisms of psychoanalytic theory is that it places a lot of emphasis on childhood. On the one hand, Freud's theory says that personality development occurs during childhood, but many modern psychologists say that this development lasts throughout life. Freud's psychosexual theory is difficult to test scientifically, leaving doubts about its validity. Another concern is that the theory is based on case studies versus research. Some have problems with Freud's theory being more focused on male psychosexual development, offering very little insight into women. The psychodynamic theory was criticized for being too deterministic or victim-blaming for use in modern psychology and not in social service. The original theories accredit that people have no control over their own behavior. Have a lack of personal discretion. Freud suggests that all thoughts, behaviors and emotions are determined by our childhood experiences and unconscious mental processes. This is a weakness because it suggests that we do not have free conscious discretion over our behavior, leaving little room for the idea of personal agency, or rather, free discretion. In fact, one of the main reasons for the decline of psychoanalysis is that the ideas of Freud and his followers gain little empirical support. Freud's theoretical model of the mind and child development has been challenged and refuted by a wide range of evidence. Sigmund Freud was heavily criticized for his theories and focus on sex and aggression. Several critics claimed that Freud was too simplistic and repetitive in his ways and focused on not being able to be seen. Freud was also considered not to be empathetic and projecting his feelings into the theories he conceived. Critics argue that Freud's theories were based on subjective observations and lacked empirical evidence. His methodology, which relied heavily on case studies and analysis of individual patients, was criticized for being anecdotic and unscientific. Freud was interested in revealing the psychological predispositions of two psychodynamic processes. However, he was not so focused on his own psychological functions that, now, were the main foci of neuroscience in his time and also in current cognitive neuroscience. Psychoanalysis is often criticized because it places too much stress on the unconscious mind. Numerous clinical observations suggest that conscious feelings, desires, thoughts, and experiences can also affect a person's beliefs and behaviors. However, it is not generally known and surprising for some, the efficacy of psychoanalysis has been investigated repeatedly in the last decades. Several investigations will demonstrate positive effects, 60% to patients obtaining significant improvement and lasting 2 symptoms. Read and hear the free ebooks and audiobooks by Sigmund Freud on Virtual Books.